Oh, hey. You finally showed up. I'm Jake, from So You Think You Can Fan It. Here with Michael and Sergio. Today's episode is sponsored by the Dr. Pepper shortage in the United States of America.
Why is there wait, there's a Dr. Pepper shortage?
Yeah, you like Dr. Pepper?
A little bit, yeah.
Get it while you can.
Oh no.
I've been stockpiling it. Anyways, sup?
I thought you were gonna open up with hey you're finally awake.
I'm not that predictable.
That's fair.
If you're asking what is up with me, I've been casually doing my schoolwork, as I have zero interest in doing online classes. Like when I have online classes, my drive to work on them just goes straight to zero.
Yeah,
So,
my brain
there's
shuts
that.
off.
My brain goes bloop. I've been busy doing a mod for Rivals of Ether. Nothing new has changed there.
And me? Going gaga.
So I have a question. Are you a big fan of a certain anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Never heard of it.
That's the one with the gems, right?
Isn't that the show with the funny JFK guy?
No, that's Clone High.
Oh, my bad. I get them confused a lot. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The funny guy with the funny hat that says yard sale. Yard sale.
He's got a giant robot, right? With a drill? Or
No,
is this the one?
Lagann.
Is this the one with the really angry schoolgirl and her sister, the angrier schoolgirl?
No. I know which one it is. He gets trapped in a video game and then gets a cool coat and two swords. And gets all the babes.
I don't even know what that one is.
No. This got to be the one where he turns into a slime, right?
Yeah.
Or is this the one with the video game and the MILF?
I don't know. What is that one?
I don't know that one.
You don't know about Don't You Love Your Mom and her two-hit it's like the two-hit AoE attacks. It's about a dude gets isekai'd with his hot mom.
No, I don't
I'm
like
so
that.
confused.
I don't like that. Please don't bring that up in front of me again.
I don't either.
Yeah. Don't you love your mom? Don't you love your mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks?
Don't you love your mom? End of sentence.
Here, I'll just post the Wikipedia article.
This podcast is sponsored by Loving Your Mom.
So, I found a fan fiction within 5 seconds before we recorded this podcast. I thought we would try and do something interesting. So I found JoJo Guy. It's a crossover between Family Guy and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's also a lot of crossovers with Family Guy and Naruto.
I think we're good for this week. You guys come back next week and we'll see you there.
I mean, if you guys don't like this one, we can always read Matt's amazing fan fiction about a certain restaurant and a certain Sith Lord.
No, we're fine with this one. We can do that one soon. Trademark. I clicking on it. I like how it's chapters, but it doesn't use the chapter system in fanfiction.net and how they're just all on one page.
Yeah, pretty Chad move. So this is JoJo Guy. It's by Swope1, and Peter meets Jotaro Kujo after he gets teleported to Quahog by Dio. I'm gonna mispronounce it on purpose.
Quahog.
So who wants to be the narrator? For our prologue? And then...
I'd love to be Peter Griffin.
Okay.
I will be a narrator in my best Seth MacFarlane impression.
Okay, I will be Jotaro Kujo.
I will begin if I can muster this the semblance of an impression.
I'm so ready.
My body.
Roxas McFarlane.
I'm trying to get this voice. All right. A JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Family Guy fanfiction by Swope1. That's not even Seth MacFarlane, but I'll roll with what I'm going.
It's Serge MacFarlane.
Serge MacFarlane.
It was quite the bizarre day in Quahog. Dio sent Jotaro to Quahog, but what he didn't know, this was his biggest mistake. Chapter 1.
Why did Dio send Jotaro to Quahog?
It's not important.
Hey Lois, look at the weird guy outside.
Jotaro comes inside the house.
Yuddy does he.
This is crazier than the time me and Saints from Undertale beat up Goku.
Cutaway plays.
So just
Hold on. Hey Goku, I'm gonna beat you up now.
You can't do that. I'm too powerful. Oh no, Sans Undertale.
Didn't this happen in Dragon Ball X?
No, I don't think so. It was something like that.
I know Dragon Ball X involved both Peter and Sans.
Oh, didn't they fuse into Petans?
I think at one point, but Sans also fused with SpongeBob and Kamina to make Sans Bobby Ma.
Let's continue.
Yuddy does he.
Hey, what's your name anyway? Mine's Peter Griffin.
I'm Jotaro Kujo, and where am I?
You're in Quahog.
Where is that?
Rhode Island in the United States.
Yuddy does he. I need to be in Egypt.
Egypt, you say? I've got a few buddies that can help us out. Quagmire Joe can help.
I would appreciate it, Peter.
Hey, don't you worry about it, pal. You seem pretty cool. I'd only do this if I really thought so. Hey, anyway, what's that big blue guy behind you? He's not blue, he's... If this is taking place in part 3, he would be purple! Okay,
You can see my star platinum?
Yeah, how could I not notice?
This guy has a stand?
This guy has a stand.
That reminds me before we go to chapter 2. Somebody at my work was like, hey, did you hear about that real life Stan who broke into Eminem's house? And I heard it as stand, and I was like, wait, what? The guy broke it and was like, Eminem, behold, my stand. Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Berserk. What would Peter's stand be, anyways?
Let's find out. We'll have to find out.
Family Guy, like the is the intro. What is the theme song to Family Guy called? Family Guy?
I think it's just called Family Guy theme song.
Let's find out. I'm gonna go on iTunes and find out.
What is the name of the Family Guy theme song?
Because I'm pretty
it doesn't
sure.
have one. It's just
called
Family
theme
Guy
song.
theme.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, theme song.
Continue.
All right.
I think that's
chapter
you.
2.
Do you have a stand, Peter?
Yeah, I got some when I was shopping with Hitler.
Cutaway plays.
Hey Hitler, can you grab me that soup? Ow, what's this arrow?
So wait, does that mean that Hitler got a stand, or did he die because he touched the arrow?
He shot himself in 1944.
That's what you want to think. He actually has a stand.
5. What? It was 5? I thought it was 4.
The war ended in 45.
This is why I'm not a history major.
Yuddy does it.
Beater.
Anyways, let's get my friends and go to Egypt. I'll do Quagmire too.
I can also do Quagmire unless you want to do Quagmire.
I'll do Quagmire.
All right.
Man, we really are going into the Family Guy because now he's going to be talking to himself.
Hey, Seth MacFarlane here. All right. Hey, Peter. Who's this guy? He's Jotaro Kujo and needs to be taken to Egypt, and I want to help him. Well, I guess I could get my private jet out for him.
Please, Quagmire-san.
Why not? Let's go. Just guys having fun, right?
There is my enemy Dio. He's a vampire. He teleported me here.
A vampire? That reminds me of the time me and Dracula raped Elmo. I'm not voicing that one.
Yeah.
I'm not making up a cutaway for that.
Yada.
Sorry, he does this. Sorry, he does this all the time, Jotaro. Peter's a little special. Hey guys, let's get Joe too.
All right, so Sergio, you got to be Joe Swanson. Got to be Sergio.
Serge, please do a Joe impression that blows my socks off.
Okay. Where's
It's Joe. Okay, fine.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. My eyes are failing me.
Look with your eyes.
Your special
Okay,
eye.
yeah, here we go. Okay, fine. It sounds fun.
There's more.
There's more.
And there's even a vampire. Hell yeah, let's go to Egypt. Woo!
Hold on,
Joe
my
shoots
dog
his
is...
gun in the air.
Bro, my socks have just flat out been shot off my feet.
Peter. Yeah, let's go to Egypt. Woo! That's better.
My socks are currently across the room.
Jotaro.
Oh, right. Yada does it. I'm pretty sure Jake has to deal with his dog right now. In the middle.
Yeah, let me tell Lois we're gonna go to Egypt.
He walks in his house.
Yeah. Peter walks at his house, yells,
Bye, Lois. Me and the guys are going to Egypt.
What?
Hey guys, let's go fast before she comes out. Polly.
They all get in the car and head to the place Quagmire keeps his jet.
Yada does he.
Dude, he's so cool. He smokes.
And he says yare daze. That's his.
They all go in
trademark.
a jet and head to Egypt.
I want you to know, as soon as I let my dog in the room, she wanted to leave.
That's
Just
fair.
immediately.
That's fair. We're in chapter 3. Quagmire.
Hey guys, we're here.
Yada. That was fast.
If we're talking about fast, not as fast as the time me and the Flash raced and I won.
Cutaway, please.
Hi, I'm Barry Allen, and I have lost to a race to Peter Griffin.
Wow, that's the
Hi.
most unenthused Barry Allen I've ever heard.
Hi, my name's Barry Allen. I used to be the fastest man alive.
I was gonna say that I raced the Superman in the Superman animated series, but no, that was Wally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Barry's dead, and Barry would be dead in the.
Barry doesn't exist in the Justice League
yeah.
universe. No, he just doesn't exist. It's just Wally.
But he'd had to have
Nope.
existed.
Nope. Just Wally.
No.
Like, is
He's
that
the-
confirmed? He just
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
exist.
just the first. Wally's the first and only Flash.
Huh.
You have to realize how different the canon is in the DCAU compared to the normal DC universe. I mean, Hawkman isn't an alien; he's just obsessed with Hawkgirl.
I did find in the Justice League Unlimited episode Flash and Substance, the Wally West mentions his uncle flying into to attend the dedication of the Flash Museum, an obvious reference to Barry.
If Barry does exist, he's not the Flash, as like the only confirmed thing. Because at the point that Wally was the Flash, Barry would have not existed. But he's here. Anyways, away from the nerd stuff. Joe.
Sir Joe.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I get it.
Fuck yeah, let's go kill some vampires. Shoots gun again.
He's not the vampire you see in the movies. He's different. Stronger.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, it can't be that strong.
Joe.
Second paragraph at the end.
I may be a cripple, but my arms will rip that vampire apart.
I know where Dio is. I know where Dio is. Follow me, Peter, Quagmire, Joe.
They all go to Dio's mansion, to finding all of Jotaro's friends dead.
Yada.
Gets pissed off and runs looking for Dio.
Imagine seeing all your friends dead, and you walk in, you're like,
Good grief.
good grief.
Dio!
He breaks down walls.
Hey guys, let's follow him.
They all follow Jotaro on his path of destruction.
Dio!
Points finger at Dio.
Oh my god, you were right. I
Right
hate
with
that. Peter's stand.
Impossible. You made it back to Egypt. Peter and everyone comes in from behind.
You made it back with friends. This reminds me of the time I was at the gay bar with the Power Rangers.
The cutaway, please.
Which ones?
Yes.
Of the Mighty Morphins, I guess.
Sure.
All of them.
What the fuck was that?
My stand, Family Guy, has the power to rewrite reality to play cutaways. And it has the strength similar to a supernova, and it can explode people I touch if I wish it.
It's so powerful.
No, you are a liar. My stand, the world, is the strongest stand.
Joe and Quagmire.
What are you guys talking about?
What are you guys talking about? That was horrible. Peter and Jotaro.
You guys should leave now for your safety. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just sure.
Seems you really care for them, Peter.
They're my closest friends. I've known them a long time.
Dio tries to kill them while stopping time. The world!
You think you can kill them?
Impossible! You cannot move in my stopped time! Jotaro grabs Dio from behind. Nani? Jotaro too? My stand's supposed to be superior. God damn it.
You thought you won. How cute. I'm sorry, Dio. This is the end. Hey, Jotaro, do you remember that one time me and you erased Dio from existence?
Dio gets erased and time goes back to normal.
Thanks, guys. We couldn't have done it if it wasn't for Peter. Hey, Peter, I think you found yourself a new neighbor.
I'm happy to hear it, buddy.
Let's go back to Quahog.
Chapter 5.
Oh,
A year
God.
passed since Jotaro moved in on Spooner Street.
Yada. Hey, Peter.
Yeah, Jotaro?
I think I'm in love with you, Peter.
Really? I've loved you ever since we first met. Love at first sight. It makes me happy thinking about it.
Jotaro blushes.
Yada. Oh, Peter.
Hugs and kisses Peter passionately.
Leave Lois for me, please, Peter.
This is the worst. Anything for you, JoJo. Can I call you that?
Yes, Peter.
I love you, JoJo.
What a
God,
fantastic
that was horrible.
story.
I love how he didn't use he didn't use quotation marks. He used asterisks.
No, you're just weak. I want to take a moment to quickly read one of the few reviews. Salsa Sauce says, "What in the actual fuck was that?" There's a review from Sans Undertale who says, "It was really fun beating up Goku."
Yeah.
Guest says this could be an actual episode. Honestly,
I love you, said JoJo.
Oh,
no, it's I love you says JoJo.
oh! I also a side comment about the Barry Allen in the DCAU. Apparently, they did plan on having an episode that featured Hal Jordan and Barry Allen, but they decided not to.
Yeah, well, Hal Jordan is in an episode.
No,
He's
that's
in-
Kyle Rayner.
Is it in the
Yeah.
time travel episode? Once in Future Things.
Yeah, I believe it's Kyle Rayner. It's not Hal Jordan.
Okay.
I know my Green Lantern. One of my favorite superheroes.
Neat.
No, I was right. Fuck you. I just googled it. I just checked the wiki. Suck my cock.
You know what else we should be sucking? This hot fucking break that we're gonna have right now.
Ooh.
And welcome back. I hope that break was succulent enough for you guys.
It was very cactus. I liked it. It was a very good break.
Very cactus?
A succulent.
Oh, I get it.
Succulents aren't cactuses.
Are they?
No.
Is it? Can't a small cactus be a succulent?
No, it's a fucking cactus.
I'm so confused. This is all over a cactus.
But yes, a cactus is a type of succulent. Suck it.
Oh, fuck me.
Suck that, you Alent. Ha, get it? Get it? Get it? Fucking. Oh, I'm a fucking comedian, dude.
Dude, you're based and red pilled.
Oh, damn, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
However, not all cacti are succulents, but most are.
So I was kind of correct.
Kind of. Not really. You're canceled.
Fuck you.
No.
Anyways, let's talk about this fan fiction.
That was certainly an interesting read that I totally found in a decent amount of time.
It was certainly a story.
I hated it.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible from both a writing perspective and like a
I'm sorry.
post
Oh
perspective.
shit.
Didn't we jokingly make the exact stand that Peter had, but with like Sheen or something? But like he was so
I
that we
think so. No,
was
I-
really that he was
No,
so
it was fucking yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's a fucking fruit fly in my room. Ugh,
Careful, it might be an enemy stand.
that's true.
It could be an enemy stand. Anything's an enemy stand if you really put your mind to it. Think about it.
That's true.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that.
I'd give it a 4.
Give it a 3. 3 is really being nice too.
Are we reading things again?
Were we not?
We just kind of stopped doing it for a while.
Well, we're bringing it back, baby. Woo!
Oh, the comeback of a lifetime.
The comeback of a lifetime.
I would personally rate it a that was cute out of 10.
Was it? Was it cute?
I thought it was kind of cute.
It was
It was
something.
fine. It was fine. I'll give it fine. 3 out of 10. Fine.
Okay. That works for me.
Man, I just JoJo, am I right?
I actually enjoy JoJo. I think we've already gone in discussion about this sort of thing.
We've talked more than at length about JoJo.
Yeah.
Okay, then
I would say let's discuss Family Guy, but I don't think any of us wants to actually talk about Family Guy since I haven't seen it in years.
I don't want to talk about Family Guy. I remember our friend Mr. Kyle was a big fan of Family Guy back in the day.
I also used to be a big fan of Family Guy.
I mean, I
back
think
in the day.
everyone was at some point when you were like 10.
Yeah.
You thought it was super cool because it was
And then
like,
when you turn 13 and you're like, oh, I hate Family Guy. If American Dad's way funnier and more mature, and then you hit
Yeah.
16 and you're like, oh wait, they
both
both
are
suck.
bad.
Because I remember because I really liked Family Guy the first maybe like 4 seasons, and then I'd watch it over when I was at my grandma's house, and I'd just be like, I'm just not really finding this funny anymore. And then I think I always enjoyed American Dad, and I never stopped enjoying American Dad. I didn't I never liked the Cleveland show. I tried to, but I didn't.
I mean, the Cleveland show sucked.
Yeah, I mean, they admitted on Family Guy that it was terrible. It was that bad. I do remember that the one thing the Cleveland show taught me was slurs used against people that I'd never heard of before.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Because I'd never heard about them until I watched this one episode. I'm like, I didn't know there were slurs for white people.
If you want, we instead of talking about Family Guy, because we only have, I'm sure this is like all we have as a discussion of Family Guy.
I will say my favorite episodes of Family Guy are the Stewie and Brian like Road 2 episodes where it's just them. Those ones were always
I think those were like specials because it was like right around when they got canceled, like right when they got revived or something.
Yeah, they for some reason the Stewie and Brian stuff always tends to be favorites.
Mm-hmm. It's because
Probably
it's the only
I think very
stuff.
specifically the one I'm thinking of is Road to the Multiverse, but any of the Road 2s I think were one of my favorites.
I don't remember. I think my favorite was PTV, where the FCC comes in. And,
I also like that one.
early Family Guy was always kind of something that was a little bit more enjoyable than the later stuff, because like at least Peter like was not just an asshole.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I also enjoyed the chicken versus Peter fights. The early ones at least. I did enjoy those ones. Oh yeah, and Family Guy Star Wars I liked a lot.
I was iffy on Family Guy Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
I probably watched the episode 4 one over and over again. I even referenced it in my Star Wars campaign with the trying to get the door through the thing. Did I have a couch? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a couch. Yeah, that was the
couch.
reference. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I think my love for Family Guy started and ended around the same time.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, this is funny, and then they took it off Netflix, and I was like, oh, it's not so funny anymore.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching once they had taken it off Netflix because I used to that just be my like nighttime show to binge some Family Guy episodes before I went to bed.
It was always one of those shows that I'd put on in the background for when I went to sleep. That's how I viewed it.
Yeah. You turn on like Adult Swim and it'd just be on. You'd be like, oh.
Oh yeah, because like it was it'd be like I think it was King of the Hill 10 to 10:30, and then Family Guy at 11, and then an episode of American Dad. I think is how
I
it
was
used to
always
go.
I was never a big fan of King of the Hill, and then my friend's like, it's actually like really good, and I'm like, oh really? And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh yeah,
That's fine.
nice.
I'm okay with it.
I've never really sat down and watched an episode. My dad was like, it's really funny, but I don't know. I just never sat down and actually watched King of the Hill.
It's one of those shows. It's like if you like, I guess compared to what else was on Adult Swim, it was just kind of like a nice little break. And then Bob's Burgers came around and just kind of fixed that.
I was never big on Bob's Burger.
Yeah, I was also never good on
Bob's Burger single.
Bob Borgar.
Bob Burger.
It's like a lot of the adult cartoons or shows that I'm like, yeah, they're all right, and I never watched them. I think the only Adult Swim show I genuinely went out of my way to watch was Samurai Jack and Rick and Morty, and that was literally only because I had Samurai Jack I don't need to explain, but the Rick and Morty one was just because I had my partner at the time was really into Rick and Morty.
I need to get back. I need to see Rick and Morty season 4. I saw they had Rick and Morty on HBO Max, but they didn't have season 4.
That's weird. You know what show they do have on HBO Max? Infinity Train. It's a good show. It's a good ass show.
Heard good things about it.
It's really good. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
Something that I'd say I'd watch, but I never got around to it.
Infinity Train's one of the shows just like you're watching it and you're like, I don't know if this would work as an anthology, but then you think about it and it's like this actually works way better as an anthology. Because we originally were just like, oh yeah, it's just gonna get one season, and then apparently got a second one, and then they got a third one on HBO Max, and I binged through seasons 1 and 2, so I'm all for it. I love Infinity Train.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like adult cartoons just aren't my cup of tea, I guess.
Adult cartoons are one of those things where it's like you're either like drunk off your mind and you're just sitting there and going, haha, or it's background noise. I don't think I've ever met somebody outside of like a Rick and Morty fan who is genuinely interested in watching an adult cartoon. Well, I guess The Simpsons too, but I don't really count that as an adult show, really.
I wasn't ever really into The Simpsons.
The Simpsons is
The Simpsons early seasons you should watch. They're very funny.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not big into The Simpsons, and then fucking Joey, the other podcaster that I had, Joey, you guys probably know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, you should watch The Simpsons. It's really good. I'm like, okay. So I did. I was like, wow, this is really good. But I mean, it's on Disney Plus, so I haven't a reason to watch it. I have a lot of shows I need to get through. I still need to get through Lord of the Rings trilogy, like the movies.
They're good.
I've heard good things about them.
They're really you need to like plan it though, because if you want to watch all 3 movies in a row, it's gonna take you like
I don't
10
recommend doing
hours.
that, actually.
I do, straight up. It's
yeah,
an experience.
I did it because I'd never seen Lord of the Rings before, and my friends were like, "Hey, we should get together and do a Lord of the Rings-a-thon." So we started at like 11 p.m. and went to like 1 in the morning, and I realized maybe like 2 or 3 hours into it that I didn't really like Lord of the Rings, and so it was just kind of an experience. I remember near the end, during the last movie, when they have like 20 different epilogues, I was just like, "Will it just be over already?" Because it looks like it's about to end, and then it cuts to another character to give them a send off, and I'm just like, I need.
Well, that's the issue of when you have to condense something down into like 3 full books down into fucking 3 movies. Because the books, if you have them all collected together, my dad does, they're huge.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not really into Lord of the Rings. I loved Shadow of Mordor, which is how I got into my introduction to Lord of the Rings.
I would read it. If you don't like the movies, you should definitely read it.
Well, because I tried reading The Hobbit, and I didn't really gel with that.
The Hobbit's a children's book.
I mean, even then, I just found it to be very boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's a walking simulator.
I mean, The Hobbit is also the most boring story in the Lord of the Rings universe. Hot take, but not that hot.
I'm also just not really a high fantasy guy.
I'm one of those people that's like, high fantasy is cool, and then like I don't like it. Like it's one of those things where it's like Final Fantasy 16
looks sick.
It looks sick, and that's totally high fantasy. But I don't like well, I guess I don't really like the usual high fantasy.
There are exceptions to the rule. I find it's easier in video games because there's something else of there's the element of it's a good game that draws me in, but you will never see me pick up random generic fantasy novel number 20 that you see sitting at your bookshelf on Meijer.
Yeah, I've been looking into like, because I like Warhammer. We've talked about Warhammer 73 times on this podcast in the last 3 weeks. But I've been reading fantasy stuff, just like watching lore videos and like reading blurbs on 1D4chan. And like it's interesting, but I wouldn't buy a book of it, I definitely would buy 40K books. I don't know if I'd buy a fantasy book, especially now because Age of Sigmar is significantly less interesting than fantasy itself. Did you know they killed Slanesh? Slanesh is dead.
In fantasy?
Yeah, in Age of Sigmar.
Oh.
The two like gods of the Dark Elves went, "Hey, Slanesh, all the elves are dead. Can we have them back?" And she was like, I ate their souls. And they were like, yeah, well. And now she's locked up forever with no power because they took all of the souls of the elves to bring them back into the universe.
Alright, Slanesh, it's time.
Which is dumb, by the way, because now there's only 3 Chaos Gods, and the whole point of the Chaos Gods is you can't get rid of one of them.
Oh. I was more so thinking because like I think, I guess just for me is just high fantasy is like it can be really interesting, but I've been so fucking tired of high magic settings that I've gotten so sick of them. Like I'll be like, oh cool, this game looks this looks really sick, and it's like, yeah, we have the usual kind of trademark high magic stuff. It's like steampunky sort of kind of, and I'm like, that's neat, you guys have fun, and then I go on my way. But like then I'm like looking at like, I think it's sword and sorcery is the kind of genre I'm thinking of. Where instead of it being so filled on magic, it's like magic's kind of like taboo and kind of evil. I'm like, that's kind of fun. But at the same time, I rather just not even.
Yeah, I get you.
Sorry, I was letting Sergio type.
Sorry.
It's
You're
okay.
good.
It's just really clicky. And I also have that problem. So I'm used to it. I lost my train of thought, that's all. It's like I don't know. Like high fantasy can be really fun and really interesting, but it's never ever interesting because it's kind of the same basic things. Like it's a magical artifact. I wonder if a wizard or a god or something did this. Wow, that's so cool. Like there's no kind of, I guess, there's nothing like really interesting or engaging that's like a mystery anymore. It's usually like I'm so into the Final Fantasy 16 stuff because like there's not really an explanation for that outside of like it could be the gods, but I don't think that they ever had gods in Final Fantasy, but I'm probably wrong on that one.
They've had plenty of gods in Final Fantasy. I mean, most of the villains are trying to become gods.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm also haven't really finished a Final Fantasy, so
I thought you finished 7.
I did not finish 7.
Ah.
I'm playing
The
through
remake?
Yeah. I'm playing through the remake of 7. I've not finished it though.
Polishes my FF7 remake platinum trophy.
Like I had a lot of fun with Xenoblade, and that's not a traditional fantasy setting or anything like that.
Frick! I forgot to buy Xenoblade.
You should be
Oh,
doing.
You know what I'm doing?
Buying
it right now.
Going on Amazon and ordering that crap right now.
That's fair. Like I think about it and I'm just like, wow, I guess that's cool.
Yo, it's on sale. It's $51.96.
Perfect.
Even better. So it's like I'm so sick of the high fantasy stuff that I'd rather just kind of go more into that kind of sort of thing with like Xenoblade and what have you. I feel like there's a lot more wiggle room as what you can do and all that good jazz. Like I don't want to be locked in on traditional fantasy stuff because I feel like it's been so explored and I've dealt with it so much through Dungeons and Dragons that I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's one thing that makes me mad about the reboot of Warhammer Fantasy, because they rebooted it to make it more high fantasy and less grimdark, which is dumb. That's what people like Warhammer for, its grimdark aesthetic.
Jacob, did you hear about Warhammer Horror?
No.
Yeah. On the Black Library, they have a section called Warhammer Horror, which is horror stories set in fantasy. But there's also an anthology that has some 40K horror stories. I feel like Warhammer is the perfect thing for horror, and I cannot believe they're just doing this now.
I don't know. I'm mad because they switched it over to like, oh, there's the 9 realms, and each are controlled by various factions and their gods. And it's like, wow, that's really generic, you know?
Yeah, I'm so tired of generic fantasy. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And I think that's probably what kind of led me to stepping away as the GM, aside from me just having no idea where to start it and also not liking 5th edition that much. Like, it's just like, I'm so tired of it, but we set up the world already and all that good jazz. I want to explore things more. Like Final Fantasy is still like a fantasy setting, but like there's fucking Final Fantasy 7, and it's like sort of cyberpunky, and then it ditches that setting in like the past the first disc. And, like,
Yeah.
but there's just a lot. There's so much you can do with fantasy. I'm so tired of seeing the same old tropes. Like, give me more of the fucking Souls and Castlevania and that sort of thing. I want some more gothic fantasy.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that shit. I like vampires.
Which
I
is
like
what-
monsters.
I like gothic fantasy. That's why I have 174 hours in Total War Warhammer 2.
Speaking of Warhammer, well, I guess it's more so on miniatures. I'm kind of tempted to buy a Gundam set and make a Gundam.
I heard gunplay is very fun.
I mean, it's I like mechs. I like robots.
Yeah.
I'm that's why it was like when I was looking at the Warhammer stuff, I was like, "Ooh, cool, giant robot thingy." I like that shit. That's cool. I like robots. They're fun. It's probably why I like Xenoblade so much, aside from just good story and characters and setting and music. There's just a lot you can do. I don't know. I think if I ever do another fantasy setting campaign, I'll probably end up going down the more of the route of Xenoblade and Final Fantasy and making a lot more. I don't know what the word would. I guess it'd be more so sci-fi fantasy rather than traditional Tolkien fantasy. Because goddamn, Tolkien has got such a firm ass hand in all
He's
of it.
really horny for his elves too.
I mean, I don't blame him. I like the long ears.
He used to get really mad if they drew Legolas too effeminate. And
Uh-huh.
he'd be like, no, Legolas is the peak man. He's perfect and masculine in every way, and there are no flaws with him.
But isn't like the entire point of elves to be long, slender, and I don't know, a little bit feminine? Like,
Not according to him.
I don't like when I picture an elf, I don't fucking see like a burly ass man. I see them as tall, slender, not slender, slender, gentle creatures who have exquisite tastes.
Well, I mean, stuff like that changes over time.
I suppose so. I don't like the idea of a really muscular elf. I'm fine with, like, I guess a Spider-Man type body, like a superhero where it's like they're thin but they got some muscle on them.
The gymnast physique.
Yeah, the gymnast physique. I'm fine with the gymnast physique, but like if you're like telling me that you would think an elf would look good with like the fucking huge ass shoulders like in JoJo Part 3, I'd probably tell you that you're dumb and gay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Fantasy. Oh, fantasy. Oh, there's the dogs.
Oh, you know it. I'm mutant.
Yeah, the very first elves in mythology were believed to be, at least from scholars agree that the original elves were small, invisible, demonic beings causing illnesses with arrows.
Goddamn. Fucking no-mass looking elves.
Because in old German legends, it was believed that the reason why you got sick is because the elves shot you with poison arrows.
That sounds way cooler than saying you got COVID. Yeah, some fucking elf came at me and hit me with some poison. That's probably not a good joke. I'm probably gonna remove that.
No, I chuckled. I was just muted. Here, hold on.
I was just reading, so I was being quiet.
Edit this into the blank space. I get it.
Haha, dark humor. I love dark humor. I think that's about all I have, really, for this discussion.
Yeah, I guess we can call it here.
Sergio, do you have anything to add while you're ordering Xenoblade?
Is my blade is going to be very easy now. But I don't really have anything to add, I guess.
Cool.
Do we have anything we want to show?
I want to show Rivals of Ether. It's releasing next week on the 24th, and it's going to be on Switch for Definitive Edition. I really like the game. It's better than Smash Bros. Ultimate. Don't at me. It's just really good, and you should buy it. It's like $30. It's gonna be it's a good experience. It has better online too.
I'm gonna show two things. The game that just came out, BPM bullets per minute. It's a Doom clone with a rhythm based element to it. I've not played it, but I heard it's decent. It's got an 88% on Steam, and I feel like the developers could do some pretty cool things if you supported them. So do that. My other show is going to be NVIDIA Team Green all the way.
Cool. And Jake.
I'm gonna start streaming when I get my internet fixed.
Cool.
That's it. Yeah.
I will say though, I have tried BPM. It was fun, but I'm terrible at rhythm. But if you're good at rhythm and you like good roguelikes, you're gonna like it.
Cool.
All right. Well, we will see you all next week, and when we come back, it will be exactly 3 days before my birthday. So
Awesome.
see you then.